Hi, I'm Bruce, and 2 years ago me and my family moved out of our van and onto our 8 acres to renovate a cottage and start a homestead. This week I explain the unusual absence from YouTube and bring you up to date with where we are now. If you're new here, why not click the subscribe button and become part of our ever-growing community. Hey guys, so for those of you that have subscribed since my 2-year time-lapse, welcome, and for those of you that have been with me for a lot longer than that, sorry that there's been no video from me for a while. I thought before I get back into making videos that I would make this quick video just to give you an update as to what's been going on around here and let you know where I've been and why I've not been on YouTube. Normally I do a YouTube video every week. And I actually don't know how long it's really been. I know I got my 2-year time-lapse out a few weeks ago, but before that there was a gap, so there's been no new content for a while. You might be able to see behind me now that I've almost finished insulating the kids' rooms, just on the second layer now. Starting to get a real feel for what this space is going to be like when it's finished. So, I guess the reason I've been off, there's a myriad of reasons as to why I've been off really, but just the last few videos leading up to my last, I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. And with the fact that this is the worst paid job that I've ever had, and that includes my apprenticeship, the reason I made videos from the beginning right up until then was because I enjoyed it. And so with the joy being taken out of it, I needed a break. I didn't know if it was going to be permanent or not. It felt fairly permanent when I kind of just decided to stop, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the break just for the headspace, but also because it just takes so long to do the work that I do and film it and edit it all together at the same time. And now with not filming or editing anything, it's amazing to see how much more work I've actually got done in that time. I think it wasn't just the lack of enjoyment from the video. I've also been taking on a bit more in the background, which I will share that with you later on in the year. And I guess I'm just burning the candle at both ends. And I'm sure all of you know what that can be like sometimes. Something's got to give at some point, and so it's the videos. So I guess like the last few videos, I had a few products that I've been sent. And the deal with that is companies get in touch with me, say do you want X, and if I say yes, then they say okay, it'd be great, could you fit it into a couple of minutes of the video, and I usually then get to keep that thing for free, and usually I get given like a discount code for you guys, but also the potential to earn commission on sales. I've got to be honest, I'm the worst salesman ever. I don't make hardly any sales from any of the things I get sent. But I also want you to know that I get offered things all the time, and you wouldn't believe some of the things that people think you want to see, or that, I don't know, that I would be able to present to you as a thing you'd be interested in, and I turn them all down. So I only take on things that interest me, or that I will genuinely find useful, or that I actually genuinely think you guys would find useful. And I kind of got a bit of flack, not from loads of people, but just a bit. And normally this is a very, very easygoing channel in the comments. Everyone's full of love and support and encouragement. And I just noticed where the products have been creeping into the videos, I don't know, it's generated a bit of friction. One video in particular, I got paid for an advert, and somebody had paid for YouTube Premium, so that means you get no adverts, and I can understand that they were probably like, for God's sake, maybe you want to watch my channel to actually escape all of that kind of consumerism bombardment, which I know I would if I was looking at content like mine. But I guess I've been trying to turn this thing into a living, and I'm doing a fairly good job. It's a long bloody road, but I guess it's the only thing that I've kind of got in my back pocket at the moment that is truly scalable. So I guess what have we been up to whilst I've been absent from YouTube? Well, like I said earlier, you can see I'm getting on with the upstairs. It won't be long till I'm ready for plastering, and got all my lighting electrics done. It's getting very exciting. This space is, I feel like this space is going to be done soon. We figured out why our bees were swarming. Turns out that the first queen returned, and she hadn't got back in the hive. She'd gone underneath the hive, and unbeknown to us, had set up home there. So by the time we realised, there was 7 fresh, built from scratch honeycombs underneath the hive. So I rang my friend Steen, Pink It's Honey. If you haven't subscribed to him, check him out. And basically he theorised that what had happened is the queen had gone, and she'd come back, mated, and hadn't quite made it back, and all the worker bees had been like, oh, you're down here, alright, we'll set up shop down here. So when we open the hive, we should find that the top part of the hive would have had no eggs, brood, all that kind of thing in, just honey, and underneath they've just moved downstairs. So anyway, I thought, okay, great. The idea being then is that we'd have to break off that comb. I should have filmed all this because you would be laughing at how this whole scenario unfolded, but you had to break the comb off and stick it into wooden frames with elastic bands, and then move them back into the brood box. Well, I opened the top of the hive, having got everything ready for this scenario, and found eggs, brood, everything. So it turns out we had 2 queens living in a semi-detached beehive. So I was like, oh, for goodness sake, didn't have everything set up, so I had to very quickly set up another brood box. I've now got 4 hives from that original hive, which is just unreal. I don't actually know what I'm going to do next year. But anyway, in the process of doing this obviously took a fair bit of time. My Velcro flap underneath my chin had come up without me knowing, and bees had started to enter my suit. By the time I realised this, it was too late. I had a few of them in there, and I got stung in a good few places. So I ran away screaming my head off towards the house, whilst very quickly removing all my clothing. I don't know if that would have been suitable for the vlog. And then screamed some expletives that would have to be beeped out. I ended up in the porch with Annie. Couldn't come because she had literally a handful of bees and a handful of comb. When she did catch up, she was like, what are we going to do? And with both hives open and the weather coming in, it was like, we have no choice. Shook the bees out of my suit, put the suit back on, and finished the job. Anyway, I was about ready to give up my bees at this point, but I didn't. And now we've had our first crop of honey, which I've harvested our own honey before, but this is honestly the nicest tasting honey that I've ever had. Anyway, that's basically where we're at. I'm going to cut away to some footage now of all of the things that I did. Turn my phone on, record. You can catch up quick right up to where I am now. And I will see you guys next week, where I'll be finishing off this insulation and getting ready for sticking up some plasterboard. We've also got some ducks on the way, so I need to make myself a little duck house. But yeah, hopefully that's cleared it all up, and hopefully that's taken the worry away from some of you that have been messaging me saying, am I ever coming back? Yes, I am coming back. I'm feeling refreshed and ready to take on the videos again. But I think if I've learned anything is that if I need to take a break before it gets too much. And yeah, if I've got a week where I've got nothing to say and nothing to film, then it's alright to not put a video out that week. Take the pressure off. Anyway, hopefully you guys are all good where you are, and I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
So first of all, let me introduce you to these 2 beautiful legends, Annie's cousin Tomas and his now wife Claudia McCarthy, who surprised us with a visit on their honeymoon. Amazing musicians, and listening back to this still puts a huge smile on my face. We shared songs round the fire, along with a tribute to the great Sinead O'Connor. It's nights like these that last in your memory forever.
I was going somewhere sad with that by accident, sorry.
Oh my god, that was so good.
The enchanted way. And when I said let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day.
I even sang a few songs myself. Shortly after this, it was Betsy's 10th birthday, and one of the things she asked for was a bee suit, and we were in for a treat with our first honey harvest of the year.
Hey Bets, show us your birthday suit.
How fast is it? That's all of them. We just need to uncap the next bit now.
Thank you, bee. Yeah, ready?
That's why I'm doing it far away.
Whoa!
So unfortunately that's all I filmed up to this point. I want to say a big thanks to you all, and a very special thanks to my patrons who have supported me along the way. I'll see you guys next week, where hopefully I'll be finished insulating the upstairs and the bathroom roof. Goodbye!